In Kanjam, Singapore, I did a mini review of this IEM on Hifigo booth. You can check it on Juzear's channel here or here, and even after testing it for 2 weeks, I can safely say this live up to that moment. Let's check it out. First of all, special thanks to Hifigo for providing me the unit, and all the opinions are mine. I will leave the link in description, so do check out. Additionally, I have partnered with Hifigo to conduct the biggest giveaway ever on TWX, on the occasion that we are very soon going to be a family of 10k. So I present you giveaway of 10 IEMs here. I'll be presenting all the winners 1 week after we hit 10k, hopefully very soon. To enter, just subscribe and comment, and in the description you will have a link of giveaway. Follow all the instructions and I'll choose the winner very soon, hopefully. For winners, we have 8 Rose Technique Aurora Ultras, 1 Audiophile Explorer and 1 Juzear Defiant. The Audiophile Explorer will be reserved for my special TWX members, and Juzear Defiant is provided by Hifigo for that 1 lucky winner. So in total there will be 10 IEMs that we are going to give away. What an exciting time. So do enter for the giveaway, and let's start with build quality and design of Juzear Defiant. For the packet you get a decent unboxing experience. What it means, you get some foams and your IEM and ear tips. A good, nice, usable package. However, what it actually means that Juzear put everything in the performance and the quality of the IEM. The IEMs are lightweight and resin built. The shell is black and the faceplate comes in 2 colors. The one I have is green and Juzear marking in gold. It's a decent looking IEM with an excellent cable that is provided. The color of the cable is here and there. Some might not like it. However, it's a 2-pin cable with a modular connection of 3.5 and 4.4. Excellent cable that is provided in this price package. That's what we want in 2025 from the companies actually, to provide utilitarian accessories. Good job Juzear on that. The ear tips supplied with this IEM are just fine. However, the ear tips that I really loved using with these IEM are Dunu SNS and SpinFit W1. Both goes really well with this signature. These are the specifications of Defiant. It's a 1 dynamic driver and 2 balance armature with a 32 ohms of impedance and 109 sensitivity. This would require a DAC for its usage, not something very fancy. A entry-level DAC would be fine. Inherently, this IEM is a loud signature IEM. That means you need to crank the volume up to enjoy it really. At lower volumes, it might sound a bit dull. So just a note, if you feel it's a bit dull, just twist it a bit. Zeus has done a great job tuning this IEM. This tuning is unapologetically fun and balanced. It has a nice sub-bass presence with a warm, lush mid-range and a very smooth treble. Let's break it down in detail, starting with the bass. Bass on Juzear Defiant is sub-bass focused and has a decent mid-bass. The speed is very nice, it has a good body to it as well. However, the lack of mid-bass can upset some users who like mid-bass. Me personally, who listen to a lot of rock music, mid-bass is one of the major criteria for me. However, if you are into EDMs and that modern pop music, you are absolutely going to love this sub-bass and mid-bass balance. For example, I was listening to Anastasia and the drums do not have that flair in them. And at the same time, something like Acid Rain by Lon sounded gorgeous. So overall, a very good bass presence, especially in sub bass. However, mid bass is lacking, so you need to know your preference. For modern and pop music, it is going to pop. However, for classic, blues, rocks, it might lack a bit. Mids on Defiant are warm and lush. The male vocals sound very nice, however female vocals are pushed back slightly. I would say layering is good, however separation sometimes gets a hit here and there. Timbre is a bit on warm side, which is good for this kind of tuning because it is majorly very relaxed and fun signature that you can listen to very long hours. Which comes to the part treble. Treble take on Juzear Defiant is smooth yet airy. It has good amount of air and at the same time it is never fatiguing, never harsh, and It is one treble that you can listen to all day. It has a decent sparkle to it and it carries a decent amount of details as well. While it is not as resolving as some of the IEMs in this price range or category, it does not lack a lot. The resolution, I would say, is average or above average in the price range. It has a very good texture that it holds and a decent amount of detail retrieval as well. While it will not be able to compete with something like Hexa in terms of resolution, it compensates that with a very good and smooth signature. For sound staging and imaging, it's a very good imaging, and staging has a nice sense of depth as well as width. However, it is not going to be very wide or open. It gets sometimes a little bit closed up, though still it is decent enough to enjoy those orchestra or live performance where you need the sense of the space or sense of room. Overall, I would say it is average or above average in terms of technicalities in the $100 category. Let's compare it with some of the IEMs in the similar price range. Let's compare this with three IEMs. One, SIMGOT EM6L and Juzear Hexa, for being almost at the same price range and having similar configuration, and IE200 for providing almost similar signature. So with Hexa and EM6L, if I talk about bass, I would say Juzear Defiant has the best bass for modern music as such. However, EM6L portrays a better balance of bass out of the three. Hexa is not something that I would recommend for bassy signatures. In mids, I would say Hexa sounds the most natural out of the three, and EM6L is do it all kind of signature, whereas Juzear Defiant is slightly scooped back in comparison of the two. In terms of treble, Defiant has the best treble for long listening sessions, whereas EM6L and Hexa both can be fatiguing after some time. Especially Hexa can be fatiguing a lot. Overall, out of the three, I would say if you want something clinical and pure, Hexa still stands as the best IEM under $100. However, if you want something fun, something relaxing, you just want to enjoy music on, Juzear Defiant is an excellent choice. The one IEM that would compete with Juzear Defiant for this kind of signature here would be Sennheiser IE200. And I would say Sennheiser IE200 overall portrays better tonality, tuning and signature as compared to Defiant in this case. However, it lacks a lot in terms of package, which I talked about in the first section. Juzear Defiant package is very solid. The case, the cable and the IEM itself is excellent for $100, and that should be the mark for the industry now. This should be provided without any ado. If I talk about pure sound, IE200 would be a better tonal balance as compared to Juzear Defiant. However, as a total package, Defiant would be in the lead. In conclusion, I would say Zeus has done a fab job with Juzear Defiant, and Juzear was able to produce an excellent package in terms of build, package and unapologetically fun signature. It is definitely that one IEM you will not appreciate until you listen. You will listen and you are going to listen it for long hours. I would give this IEM a 3.5 stars, and I would say if your budget is $100, definitely try out Juzear Defiant. It might be your next pick. Well, this was it for Juzear Defiant. I hope you liked the video. Do share, like and subscribe. Do share your thoughts in comments and do not forget to enter the giveaway. And I'll see you on the next one.